Alrighty, welcome back everyone. So today we have a very special video. I'm going to be showing you guys how I made 5.5k between these two positions right here. So let's just go ahead and jump straight into the analysis. Waking up, I woke up here around New York Open, so around 7 a.m. my time, and I didn't really see too much. This would have been a trade. Higher risk. You could take it based off the fake break of structure to the downside here. However, I don't really like to take these. You know, there's just not a lot of confirmation besides potentially just setting your limit here, or not setting your limit, but market executing right before news and having a stop there. I just don't like trading before such news events. I think today was CPI and let me check, what was it? Yeah, CPI and unemployment claims. So definitely not a news event you want to be trading live. I prefer to trade after the news event is over. And a lot of prop firms that I trade on also don't allow you to trade, you know, within a couple minutes of the news, right? So this could have been a trade if you wanted to be a little risky, but let's, for the sake of simplicity, let's not even look at that. Now, let me go ahead and turn off drawings for now. Okay. So we had the news come in, extreme volume. Oh, it's gonna come back with drawings. Anyways, huge volume came into the market right here, as you can see. Now, whenever I take these trades, I'm gonna go into replay mode just so you guys can really see this. Whenever these trades are taken, right, the news is gonna hit. And a lot of people will think, oh, okay, now I need to enter straight away. Oh, there's been so much volume, it's going to sell. But what you need to see is you need to see some sort of break, right? Some sort of confirmation or some other price action might form up in here. You know, we have the news. Let's say this is the news right here. And then we get this, maybe one more high and then a break. Then you can take it, right? But until that happens, you can't just be randomly market executing, right? So we have to look here. And what do we see? We see it's reacting, right? So what this chances are, what it's going to do is produce, there we go. So now we have our break. It either is going to do two things. It's either going to come up here with the news candle, make another high, break, and then you can trade it short. Or option 2, it's going to have news candle. There's going to be some sort of bearish block here that's going to get broken, and then you can enter. So for example, let's just say that the bearish candle was right here, right? It breaks it, and then you can enter, which is what happened today, right? So those are the two scenarios I always see when news happens. So keep those in mind for future trading sessions. Backtest this before you try it in real life and live markets, obviously. But if you go backtest it, I guarantee you those are the two situations you're always going to see. Nothing else. Right, so once I had that happen, I decided, all right, I'm going to put on another limit. Now, that limit gets filled perfectly off this order block right here. I got a little bit unlucky with the fill. I got just, you know, due to volatility and stuff, I didn't really have about 3.5 pips, which is not good fills. But, you know, 17 pips and 10.5 pips. You guys have seen me have 2.5 pips stop loss. It doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, I know what the intention behind the market is after this move. We can at least trade it to here, right? To this green line. I like to take my profits a little bit early, just to secure the profits, really. That's just a tip that I would stick by if I was you, is that if you want to take your profits, you know, like there's multiple ways to look at it, right? You can take your profits at this low, right? But there are also times where the market just comes in, hits this order block, and then goes, right? So why not just, for the sake of bagging your profits, move it up here? You're going to lose out on what? 14 pips. So if you risk 10 lots, like okay, you'll miss out on $1,400. But most of the time, you would rather just bag your profits, would you not? Would you rather have $0 or an extra 1,400 in your trade. This together, these two trades, still made me 5.5K. So I would much rather just bag that and not have an extra whatever 2,000. I'm totally cool with that. So let's go and exit replay mode here so we can see the full chart. I ended up setting my take profits to 108,600, so right in here. So we hit our take profit around the end of New York session, kind of when the market started to chop. But overall, these were the trades of the day. Typically, you don't trade until such a news event happens, right? Because all they're doing here is just building orders. And now, this in here, I guarantee you for tomorrow, right? And we're gonna revisit this after Friday's trading session, but 100% this zone's gonna blow tomorrow. I like to just call these little, let's just, for the sake of simplicity, trap zone, right? So what's likely going to happen is we're going to have something in Asia. We're going to come in here, maybe one more time, then we're going to get a break. And then this little bit of price action is going to generate longs. We're going to have a lot of people putting their stop losses here. People already have limits here, right? But then there's going to be even more liquidity that's generated right here based on this. So what we likely will see happen is maybe a little bit of bullish price action, come back into the lows or midline of Asia, and then continue selling off. The only way this zone holds, the only way, so that's one scenario right here. The only way this zone might hold is if we build some sort of liquidity like this, take it up with volume, maybe come back into these levels, and then begin trading really nicely down. Then this zone might not. Then it might hold into next week. But again, these type of zones are 9 times out of 10 they're a trap. I would not try to buy out of here. I would just watch what the market does tomorrow. And keep in mind that this is likely to be a trap with a ton of stop losses here in the form of buyers. So we're going to leave this analysis be and revisit that another day, because honestly, these type of zones are lovely targets, because that's where everyone's trying to trade from, right? So you might as well target where the majority is going to trade from. But in terms of today, beautiful little setup that we got after news. I would have liked to have a little bit of a better fill. That's a bit unfortunate, but hey, I'm never going to complain. Profit, at the end of the day, profit is profit. If you're making money and beating the markets on a consistent basis, that's all that matters. As soon as you get into the nitty-gritty of all the precision stop losses and all that, that's just when you lose too much, because you're just trying to chase that small stop loss. Once you have the analysis, stick to it, trust it, and execute. That's all I can say. Trading does not have to be complicated. And if you continue watching the channel, you will see that it is not a complicated game once you just stick to your rules, stick to the exact same process, and practice and refine that process. There's no way you don't become successful. And if you guys are interested, I have a completely free Discord where I teach my concepts, and I'm on a mission to help people like you who are watching this video. And if you've gotten this far, you're definitely curious about how to do this, right? I just want to make it my mission to help people achieve what I have achieved through forex. So if you're interested, the link's in the description. Come join the Discord and learn from me. And most importantly, learn from others who are also in the same boat as you, who are trying to achieve financial freedom, learn a side hustle, whatever it may be. Learn from people just like you, because that's the way you grow.